Hello everyone. In this video, I'm talking about portfolio versus program versus project. So this is one of the questions that sometimes people ask. They don't know what the differences are. Let's take a look at that. So project has a definition. As you can see here, we are talking about a temporary endeavor. So activity that has to be, that is temporary is what we are calling it project, but it has to have another parts to that. For example, it has to be, we are doing this by for creating a unique product or service, or we are looking for a unique result. Another thing is that projects have start and end dates. So we are looking at different things. We have a definition, we have a defined start and end date, and are usually in these projects, we are looking at scope. So it means how much work should we do, or time, how much time should we put for that, and budget, how much money do we have to spend on this project, in this activity. So as you can see, there are different examples on that mentioned here in this slide. For example, when we are talking about, for example, you're building a new construction work, like a bridge, like home, house, building a new car, developing a new software, for example, or, doing something, for example, a wedding party, or you have like a conference, organization of that. All of them could be considered as projects. So as you can see in this picture, this is a project of, for example, creating a new computer or fixing a motherboard. So this is like in electronics, or it could be something like this, which is a project at school that you have to, do something in a specific time with a specific limit of money. Sometimes, like for example, for school, maybe your projects are not getting any separate money from any other places. But again, there is a goal for that. You have to do it. It has a start date. It has the end date. And, or for example, when you're looking at buying a house or making a house, or, constructing a house. So in all of those cases, we are looking at projects. Now, it gets a little bit more bigger. When we are looking at more projects, okay? So then we get into the definition of programs. Programs are groups of related projects that are managed together to achieve a strategic objective, right? So if you compare programs with projects, programs are more complex, so the complexity is higher, and then they have more budget for sure, and then the scope of work is bigger, right? And then we have multiple teams working on it. For example, as I have it here, when you're going to launch a new product line, or you are implementing a new IT system, or when you are improving customer service, right? It's not only one part that needs to be done. For example, when you want to improve the customer service, you are going to look into a new phone system, email system, online chat with your customers. Things like that have to happen all at the same time, so that when you put them together, you can satisfy a need in for that specific reason, or for example, for a strategic goal in that company. If you take a look at this picture, you see that we have several teams. For example, this team at the bottom top, they are looking at the they're like putting their sticky notes. They have different ideas. Maybe that's a brainstorming session that is happening there for the project. And then the goal is to have this place with like solar panels, and then we're going to create electricity, right? So one team is looking at the ideas, for example, how to do it, where to do it, how much people, or how much money do we need, how are we going to allocate the money. Everything is going to be is happening on one side. On another side, this team, which is sitting on the picture that you see on the right side of the screen, then these are like the engineers, for example. So at the same time that the managers are thinking about the budget, the number of people, HR stuff, things like that, the engineering portion is thinking about, okay, what type of material, where should we do it, right? So there are separate things happening, but they all have one goal, and then the goal is the one that you see in the middle of the picture. At the bottom of the page, there are again two different teams working together. Each of them could take care of one project, or could take care of smaller projects. When you put them together, it is called a program. Now, going bigger, we have like a project. One bigger umbrella is a program. One larger umbrella over there is portfolio. So portfolios are collections of programs and projects that are managed together to achieve organizational goals. Okay, so it is projects. Okay, so it's like a collection of projects and programs. Okay, so it could be one program, as I said, like this one, that is taking care of like everybody is working on different projects, and then the goal is to create that field like that, create electricity with solar panels, or we have like green electricity that is produced here. But in portfolio, we can have that one plus the other things. What are those things? Look at this. So if you're thinking bigger right now, okay, so solar energy is one part. Then we have different types of green energy. Then we need to send that electricity to consumers, to users, to people at home, to people in the cities, or whatever they need to use electricity. So we can have we can have a program like this. We can have small projects or projects. Then we put those projects together, and we can have programs. And when you are putting the programs and some like several programs, or several programs and several projects together, right? These are going under one umbrella that we call it a portfolio. So programs, if you want to think about them, they are the projects inside the program are um, similar in some ways, but different teams are working on them, and then they want to achieve a goal. In portfolios, programs, projects, or programs could be a little bit different, but they are also still looking at the main goal. For example, our main goal is going to have a better fossil free energy, right? So if you want to have this is like a portfolio. Now there are several programs. You are taking the energy from wind, from sun, and then you're also trying to think like how you can improve it with IT systems, how you can make it better, how you can provide better service to the customers. All of them together, it's going to create a strategic plan or a goal for us. And again, going back to the beginning, this is what we wanted to check. So we wanted to see what are the differences between portfolio, program, and project. So hopefully that explanation has given you enough information to understand the difference between these three and how they are interconnected with each other. Thank you for watching this video.